Okay, I originally wasn't going to do this because I really couldn't verify this, but I figured I'll go ahead and talk about it because you might want to know and just consider it a rumor for now. Anyways, this information comes from Saint Seiya NextDimension.com. Special interest around the statements of producer of Toei Animation. Yes, this comes from again the variety art review that I went over a little bit ago, in which he referenced something about animation, and I noticed it as well, but I think it worth noting. But apparently, these people went a little bit deeper. The decisions to make a sequel to the film is not only subject to the live action film, it also depends on the CGI anime and series. Basically, we're doing this live action for new audiences and 2D animation for the old audience. New fans who enjoy live action film will be able to come see the series as well. At the moment, I am carrying out 3 production lines. Faced with such revelation, we decided to contact Mr. Yoshihira Ashino, director of the CGI Netflix Saint Seiya series, to try and get more detail, to which he replied, very kindly, that the producer had told him exactly the same thing, that currently the franchise has an original work and several other manga that have not yet been animated, and that Toei Animation wants to continue adapting them in 3 formats: traditional 2D animation, 3D CG animation, and live action. However, he clarifies that the realization of the 2D series has not yet started, and that it will depend on the support of fans in the current projects and the coordination with each other's works. Upon reading your explanation, we asked if the manga you are most interested in adapting into is Saint Seiya Next Dimension, to which his response was positive. The conversation we had with the direct is what follows. Ashina told me the same thing. Saint Seiya has an original anime that works the sleeve. Toei Animation wants to keep adapting them 3 ways, yada yada. At the moment, the animation with the 2D drawings has not started. The Next Dimension group says, I see, and what is the manga they are most interested in adapting into an anime? Next Dimension, perhaps? Yes, you said it, but for now, Next Dimension is the ultimate goal. Other work is likely to be approved. Later, when asked if we can make these statements public, Mr. Ashino added the following. Toei Animation intends to adapt the entire Saint Seiya universe. I know that one of the animations with 2D drawings is being planned, however, it has not been worked on yet. We can't do it without the support of the fans. Please support the CGI Netflix. Please support the CGI Night of the Zodiac series as well. I am sure that new anime with 2D drawings will be announced in a few years. To know, all the indications that are known so far are about a possible animation of Saint Seiya Saint Seiya Next Dimension. Check our article. Anyways, what I got out of that is, one is, yes, they are putting a lot of stock in the live action and the 3D animation, working to get things started. So the possibility of a disaster limiting everything is unfortunately possible. But other things that are possible is more animated works within the franchise. As far as I'm aware of, the animations that have yet to get a 2D work is, of course, Saint Seiya Episode G. Many fans will be happy to see that, and of course, Saint Seiya Dark Wing. Those are the 2 options for work that has not been animated. Now, of course, sequels to animation like Saint Seiya Sciento's Show is also somewhat possible. And they say the ultimate goal is, of course, next dimension. I'm very certain that regardless of how any of this turns out, we will get a next dimension anime adaptation in, I'm gonna say, 2 years. Yes, you can fool me on that. As well, bet 2 years we're probably gonna see a next dimension anime being worked on. Now, of course, they said nothing is being worked on at the moment, unfortunately. But this is, if true, some good, and this is good news, in my opinion. What works would you like to see be made into animation? Now, if you're thinking Lost Canvas, I think I went over how anything with Lost Canvas is pretty unlikely. But I think everything else is on the table. And which works would you like in 2D or 3D? Since they seemingly want to do both. Honestly, I can see them doing a 3D episode G purely just to save money. It's also somewhat possible that the 2D work could be another remake, as a response to perhaps the backlash of Knights of the Zodiac, which they are aware of, which was talked about in Variety. So, in the end, we will see. For now, please like, sub, and hit the bell. Later.